Today I show you how to change the keyboard language on your MacBook. Apple actually sells the Keycaps kit for many of the MacBooks and even other parts in the self-service repair website or something like that. And I ordered the Super Kit, the Keycap Super Kit for ISO. This is the ISO keyboard here, but the keyboard here is in German and I want to convert this laptop to the English International key set, and actually in the software it's already working as English International. The German keyboard is Qwertz, but I already changed the Y and Z keys. I simply swap these keys just around like this. For the self-service repair website, they have a special tool where you put a sticker on the tool and then you put a sticker on this and then you lift it a little bit like this. I'll put here on this side of the screen so you see exactly how that's supposed to be done. If you want to make sure that you really do it perfectly as it should be, you have to order that as a separate kit. It's an extra cost. So that one you put it here and then you lift it, and you cannot reuse the keys because the glue is very strong. I'm not sure exactly why you can't reuse the keys, because once you remove the key, you're supposedly from that manual you're not supposed to put it back, but I swapped these two and they are fine. I don't know how many times you could do that, but I guess not many times. They have instructions on that self-service website about how to change the link bar keys, and these are not included in the Super Kit. Maybe they are included in the individual kits for each language. So these are the keys before changing them. I want to make sure I have this picture. Okay, so this is how it looks like. For ISO, these are the link bars. Green parts are the link bars. Those are opening differently. For the larger keys, you need two opening tools actually, and I don't have any of those opening tools. And most of the regular keys have the opening from below here. And that's the hinge mechanism. This is very sensitive, so don't lift too much. For each type of key, we'll have a different procedure, keyboard layout I want to use. And I want like this with the exclamation at and the pound sign there. And all these characters, I want it to be like this with the plus, minus, and hopefully you don't break any of the hinges. This is the Super Kit. It has this really nice kind of film. I already opened them. There is some kind of glue on this paper, and if you want to see the keys, this is the Super Kit for the midnight and the blue for MacBook Air M5 13-inch. This is the official Super Kit from the Apple repair shop, the self-service repair website. On the keycap you have these hooks that are wider. Those go on the side towards the screen, and these narrow ones here, these like grabbing things, like pinching things, they will grab on some piece of metal or something like that, and those ones, they will go closer to the trackpad. So that's how they look like. And these ones are hooks, they go under, and then the second part is to use this to catch some other parts on the scissor mechanism. These are attaching to the scissor mechanism. I will mostly use this tool because it's unused. Basically, only one time I used it for a keycap, but I didn't really use it for anything else. And I also have this one to check the scissor mechanism. After I remove the keycap, I want to make sure that the scissor mechanism is still okay, still working. This might take a while. Okay, the MacBook, it started. Okay, this Super Kit is disappointing to say the least. The only really keys that were fitting perfectly were these two, and the rest are kind of close matches or not even at all matches. So when I bought this kit, actually I sent them an email to the spare parts self-service repair website, and I asked them if I could convert the German keyboard to the English International, and they told me yeah, but not exactly. I wish there was a picture of these keys on the website to see exactly if it will fit or no, but I already got them. So some of the keys will be better, like 2 and 3, and I could remove some of these really super German keys that have no use for me. I don't know, I wouldn't recommend to get this unless you really want to get rid of some of the keys. You see the keys that are included here, so if these keys are what you want, then you can change them. Okay, so I want to start with key number 2 here. You have one of these tools that's fresh. Ideally, you should use their tool where you put a piece of glue and then you put the tool like this and you lift it. Just 25 degrees, this key should be only lifted 25 degrees so it doesn't damage the key under. You can set the links, self-service repair. They have the guides. Okay, so this is the key I want to remove. You can clean the keyboard with compressed air with one of these things. Okay, so this is the edge. I put this tool here. It goes under the key. The tool goes under the key like this at an angle, and then I hold the top. Should make one click. Okay, one click and the second click, and I hold it there and you slide it out like this. So this is the key. You can check these hooks that are not broken. So it looks like the key is not broken. Okay, so this is the German 2 key, and I'll put it somewhere on the side. You should use one of these pointy tools to make sure that this scissor mechanism still slides. These catches here, this one and this one, they should not be broken, and you see it's all normal there from this. Okay, so this one looks the same. You have to make sure the larger catches go to the top like this. Now to insert this key, I want to show you from the side here. You put it like this, a bit angled. The key should go into these slots. Okay, so it feels like it got in. Then you just press it. I want to make sure the key is actually still working, and it's working perfectly. So now the 2 is with the at sign. The only 2 keys that actually fit and hold it from the top should click. Okay. These plastic pieces here, these small tabs could break, but they have a replacement kit. So I have the key ready. I will slide it so it fits. It has to go in the right place, and then when you see it's in the right place, you simply press it here and it's done. Okay, it doesn't match exactly, it's only plus, no equal, but it's better than what it has now. This is going to be next to the backspace, next to delete, and at least it's going to have one of the characters that it's matching. I really don't want to have this one, so I'm going to find something else to change it there. It's interesting, in the whole super kit, I couldn't find even one key that has an underscore or the dash. And I'm not going to change that because I don't have one. But I can change this one. So I lift it a little bit, hold it from the top. Okay, I think it's free. Okay, the catches look okay. Let's check this scissor mechanism. Yeah, this also looks okay. So I'm gonna drop this one in. But this, it has the plus there. It goes under, and now I should click it. Perfect. It's gonna be a bit of a strange mix of keys. Some keys will be from one language, some other keys from another language. I don't know what to do with this one here. Maybe I could take this one. Yeah, so I have this one. I could move it here. Okay. But yeah, not too much force. And don't go too deep with this, just on the edge. Okay, so that's out, and I'll move it to the other side. I checked the hinge on this one, scissors mechanism. Okay, so that worked. I want to check the scissors, the mechanism here also. Looks all good. And here I'll have this kind of half match with the key, but still decent. Better than before. So both sides have to be flush with the case, and then it works. Okay, I'm only going on the edge just a little bit, not too much. I don't want to go as far as the hinge, this scissors mechanism. And this one, I will keep it for another key. So it's flush there with the top, and 2 clicks. Oh no, this one didn't go in. Oh no. this one, you see the left side didn't go in, so this is gonna be a bit tricky now. Hope I don't break the scissor mechanism. Okay, those catches are still there on the sides, so I really need to make sure it goes in here on the top. It needs to be flush from both sides and then press it down like that. So now it should look like this. Okay, that came out, and I'm checking the hinge mechanism. Looks all good, and now I'll put this key to the top there. Also making sure that the top on both sides is flush, and then I press the bottom and it's all good. Still looks better than before, and it's not exactly the same as these ones, at least. This is not the official way to change them. The official tool does a similar job, but you put it there and you lift it like that. It holds the top in place. Okay. So it came out also. Wider sides will tell you. For some of these keys, it's better to have some neutral symbols like this than those unusual letters. Okay, so it's working. I can see it working. So I'll go this one. At least this one has a partial match for one of the characters, since I have the kit here, and I'll change it. Important is not to lift it too much, too high, so it doesn't break the hinge under, but it can always happen, this thing. I noticed that they were saying in the manual not to reuse the keycaps, and I noticed that after I remove a keycap, it's easier to insert it the second time, so probably that's the reason why they were saying not to reuse them, but I have to reuse them because I was moving them around. So now it's there. So this is the kind of a German layout and US international mix layout, some strange mix. Some of the things are right, but these are wrong here. The parentheses are wrong here. Some of these keys are not really right, but there are some partial matches, so it's not too bad. Also, those special characters are not there anymore, so I'm really glad about that. These are the keys I removed from it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you in some way.